All right, David, you're holding a bat. We're used to seeing you with a glove and a ball, but that's because you're about to hit some fungos. I want to take this conversation away from baseball for a second. I know how much of a music fan you are. Give me your Hall of Fame and or All-Star rocker class. Who is somebody that, if you're picking your All-Star team in music, they're on that team?
Well, obviously you got to go with my favorite band growing up was The Who, Led Zeppelin, you know, some Jimi Hendrix, some old stuff. But when I was with the Yankees, and it was when you were covering it, you heard every 5 days you heard that clubhouse getting very loud. So I had different, you know, genres of music, but you know, Van Halen was really one of them. And I was like, it was weird because it was like a superstition. The days I pitched, I had to call Eddie Van Halen. So it was like, so if I didn't do it, I was like, I would worry. If he didn't answer something, I'm like, oh my God, he better call and say good luck or something like that. But I did that for a couple years. So Van Halen's definitely got to be in there. And I'm going to throw in my boy, Jason Sheff from Chicago.
Nice.
So yeah, and I've known the guys for a long, long time. But, you know, when you grow up with a guy since childhood and he's a rock star, so what the hell, Chicago's in there. The horn section was great.
So you used to call Eddie Van Halen before your starts. Did he ever call you before one of his
No.
concerts?
It's weird. I went out, I met him, you know, years back, and then I remember going up to his house up in LA, and when Wolfie was a little kid, and I'd go up there and throw BP to him, because Wolfie's favorite team was the Padres, you know, back then. So I'd go in the backyard and I would throw balls, and Eddie and Valerie would be shagging. So it was great for me. It was before they put their pool in at their house, so they had a big old backyard.
That sounds like a potential reality show. Here's David Wells showing up at Eddie Van Halen's house to throw some BP. You got any video of that?
No, I wish. You know, back then the cameras didn't have the videos on them, but you know, but that's how it is.
You have some music stuff that
Yes.
you're very proud of too. What do you got?
Well, I have about 75 guitars that I've collected over the years. You know, from Springsteen to Carlos Santana to you know, some Smashing Pumpkins stuff. So yeah, but you know, I tried to get guitars signed by either the band or that person. Last year in spring training here, I went and saw Johnny Winter. And so the guitar that he plays, I don't know, I forgot the name of it, but it's expensive, but it's a really nice guitar. And so I met him afterwards, a meet and greet. And it was kind of cool, but it was kind of different because, you know, being an albino, his eyes were, you know, pink. And it was just kind of different, but what a really cool guy, gentleman, and he was very nice, you know, to sign the guitar. So when I get opportunities like that, you know, I do it. So the guitar collection's up there, the B.B. King I have, and you know, from Clapton, you name it, it's up there. So I do take pride. I collect albums as well. I got a bunch of albums cover signed and stuff like that. But yeah, if it wasn't for music, I don't think I'd be standing here talking with you about baseball or music, because that was what fired me up in the game.
I've got to go back to the Springsteen thing. You're talking to a lifelong Jersey guy here.
Yeah.
One of the first albums I ever had was a Springsteen album. How'd you get an autographed guitar from Springsteen?
Well, Bruce came into the clubhouse at the old Yankee Stadium, and him and Bernie were talking, and also they were talking about music and all that. So I had a guitar, and Bernie was trying to teach me how to play guitar, and I failed miserably at it. So that's why I became a collector of that. So I asked Bruce if he would sign my acoustic, and he did. And then I started, then I had my charity softball game for juvenile diabetes, and I would have it here. And so his guitar tech's a good friend of mine, Kevin Buell, and I asked him, I said, hey, do you think Bruce would sign a guitar for my charity event? And he did. So like every year I'd have it, Bruce would sign a guitar for the event, and you know, I'd auction them off, but I ended up buying one because it was good. I buy stuff at my own auction because that's a precious, you know, piece to have. And you know, a legend, the man,
Yeah.
the myth, the legend, all that. Yeah, I'm a huge Springsteen fan as well, so it's pretty good.
I think I know the answer to this question, but David Wells goes to a concert of a band that he really loves. Are you up in the suite somewhere, or are you down in the pit bouncing around with all the real, true, loyal fans?
I'm down there. A lot of times I'll be, you know, on the side of the stage. But for the most part, depending on the group and how many times I've seen them, you know, I like to be out in front and listen to the music, you know, watching them do their stuff, being a big music fan, lover, and, you know, just get into the vibe. I mean, I like being there. I tried the mosh pit once at a Godsmack concert, and right after back surgery, and it didn't fare well. Scott Spezio blindsided me, and I thought I was done.
Wow.
But, you know, a couple days later, I was fine. So, but I went looking for him, you know, for the next round for that. But, yeah, you know, stay out of the mosh pit. They're for young guys that have no sense.
You mentioned before that you used to throw BP to Eddie Van Halen's kid. I've watched you in spring training throw BP, and it's almost like put the $1.25 in, and here comes straight, fast, boom, boom, boom. You still have great control and great command, even at this point in your life.
Well, you know, when you're blessed with a rubber arm, you know, and you can pinpoint, it makes it easy because, you know, coming into camp, these guys want to hit, so you want to make sure that, you know, you're not throwing, you know, bad BP, so you just try to lay it in there. But unfortunately, you know, I know my release point, I can repeat my mechanics, so that's why I throw good BP. So to me, I mean, it's a blessing because I take it from here. I go back to my high school in San Diego. I coach the high school there, the Pointers, and it's, you know, I throw BP to the kids there as well. So it's, you know, it's fun doing it all year round. Thank God I was able to. But this year I'm on the DL. I got to get surgery in July because I tore my rotator cuff and labrum. So, you know, but I'm not down for the count. I'll be back next year throwing BP just as good as ever.
All right, say that surgery goes well. Next year, a Major League general manager called you and said, I'm giving you a month to get ready. I think you could come into camp and get some lefties out of the bullpen for us. Do you think you could still do that?
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but yeah, you know, I can because I still got the good curveball. A little cutter. You don't need much movement, but just enough because if you can spot your fastball and make your pitches, you can get in on these guys, you can get out. So yeah, I could. I was hoping somebody would do it last year or the year before, but nah, they wouldn't do it. Once they want you out of the game, they want you out of the game.
So you say you coach at Point Loma now. What kind of coach are you?
Pitching.
But what, disciplinarian? Are you more of a free spirit? What do you like when you're dealing with these kids?
A little bit of both. I mean, because I take in from what I learned playing baseball growing up from high school to the minor leagues to the big leagues. You know, just you demand, you know, respect mostly, but you know, you want to see these kids succeed. So you try to teach them the correct way. Yeah, you got to yell at them a little bit to get the point across because a lot of these times these kids, it just goes in one ear and not the other because they think they know everything. But just the basic mechanics of keeping your head still, keeping your, you know, your shoulder in, not flying open. You know, it takes a little bit, but you know, once they get it, then they understand how easy it can be. Easier on them. The game's hard enough as it is, but that's what I do, and you know, and then I make them run. They get out of line. You know, bring your running shoes, bring your jacket, and you are going to run for a good while. Because I remember the days I had to run.
Any day go by in your life where someone doesn't bring up the perfect game?
You know what, Jack? I thought I met everybody at the perfect game, and somebody new comes and I say, hey, I was at your perfect game. No matter where I'm at, if it's in the United States, if it's somewhere else, somebody has come up and said I was at your perfect game. But so, no, it's crazy. I've yet to have a day go by that somebody would mention it, or you know, walking down the street. But you know, it's great. You know, I think it's cool that people remember it and they still bring it up, and you know, it's something that you know, it was a great feature. God bless the guys behind me for making the plays to make that happen. But yeah, you know, when people bring it up, you know, it makes you smile, brings a smile to your face.
I know how much a collector you are, so we're going to end this show as we end every show. We're both going to open up a pack of baseball cards.
Nice. No bubble gum in here, though, man. Why they take it out?
I know. Well, I've used this slide before. 4 out of 5 dentists surveyed said no gum in the cards, I think.
Was it bad gum, too much sugar?
It's probably too much sugar. Whoever gets the best card gets to keep both packs. How's that sound?
I love it.
So we're going to have a little debate.
Uh-oh.
Let's see.
Dunsing is my first guy.
So you got a lefty.
But I got a lefty. How ironic.
How about that? That didn't pan out very well. Jesus Montero, they traded him for Pineda, now he's struggling.
Yeah, I said we got his recipient over here.
Yep.
Oh, another lefty.
Paul Mahone. Brendan Bosch had a cup of coffee. Ooh, I'm saving this one. I got my best guy so far.
Oh, Carlos Gomez.
Would you have liked to have that guy's arm? Aroldis Chapman?
Oh, my Lord. Dude, you're winning the game here.
Jason Kubel.
I got Troy Tulowitzki.
That's good. This is not bad either. Johan Santana.
Yeah, he's broke right now. I got the $1 million chase.
Well, I don't know what that is. You might have just hit ground balls to this guy, Adam Warren.
No, he wasn't out here.
He wasn't out here? Okay.
No.
Michael Bourne?
Oh, I got you beat. I got Al Kaline.
You win.
How about that? That is
my
the
next one was Koji Uehara, but that's a legend. You win.
Oh, my Lord. Chris Young, that guy's, the ball, he hit a home run off me, it's still going. In Arizona. And then Matt Garza, another stud.
You got the legend card, Al Kaline. You are the winner.
Thank you, sir.
Add those to your collection.
And you don't have?
I didn't get a legend card. I got some kind of checklist or getaway or.
That is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. It's
You
got
know,
a little 3D effect.
You know what's cool is I became friends with Al Kaline from playing with the Tigers, him being in camp. What an unbelievable guy.
Nice man.
But hell of a career.
Totally professional.
Yes, sir.
All right, get those home.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.